Auditions was my first experience with Rent. It's my first musical play production of any type, so it's all new to me.
Well, I first sang Seasons of Love back in middle school, and then I think in high school I first watched the movie with all of my friends, and then was exposed to the stage play where I really got the full impact, and it's just been awesome ever since then.
I went with our drama department at Buchholz to New York City in 1997, and we saw the original Broadway cast perform Rent, minus Daphne Rubin Vega, which that's a whole other discussion as to whether or not that was a plus or minus. And we actually had like a talk back with Anthony Rapp and Adam Pascal and Jesse L. Martin. So that was like my first experience with Rent, which was pretty awesome. And it was so neat. It was just a cool experience because you know, you're so used to seeing things like, you know, Carousel or Oklahoma or Annie, you know, any of the other musicals that were out and about at that point in time. It was line, 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 sing a song that might or might not pertain to that plot, and then line, 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 line. So this was like a completely different animal, which I really loved.
My first experience with Rent was in high school. I don't remember exactly what year, but I was a band nerd, and I had a lot of drama nerd friends, and they were talking about this show called Rent, and one day one of them played a song for me, and I thought, oh, it seems pretty neat, maybe I'll look into it. And eventually got to hear the whole cast album and really liked it.
Freshman year of high school, or like the summer before freshman year of high school, I really started getting into musical theater, and before then I just done regular straight plays and hadn't really gotten into like Broadway things, but the summer before my freshman year I really got into all of the popular stuff that had happened in the past like 15-20 years, and that's when I really started to listen to it. But I hadn't really listened to it that much until just recently for the show.
My first experience with Rent was actually the movie, and I did not understand some of it, so now that I'm actually older and I actually am in the show, it's hard to be in the show and not understand it.
My first experience with Rent was in New York City when I stood in line to get standing room only tickets. So it was during the time when it first opened on Broadway, where tickets were like really hard to come by, and they would sell you tickets just to stand in the audience. So that was pretty cool.
The main thing I've gotten from this is just living every day to its fullest and counting your blessings every single day. I've been blessed to be a part of this show, and coming to practice and rehearsals every night is awesome. The songs we sing, the people you're with, it just really makes you recognize how lucky you are.
I hope they come to the show like expecting to see any just ordinary show like a musical. Oh, I know exactly what's going to happen, and then just be surprised. Just, whoa, I was not expecting this at all. This is more like being at a rock concert or, I don't know, something. I want them to leave with a big smile on their face, thinking this is a fun time.
Mainly to not take a day for granted. It's a great show of self-awareness, the people around you, mainly living each day like it was your last.
To just live day by day, you know, and just live it to the fullest, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. I think that is the biggest point of the show, is, you know, just to treasure who you have around you at any given moment, and to just try and live life the way you're supposed to, with some cheer and fun times, and, you know, not get mixed up in the little tiny things.
What I hope people take away from the show is not, you know, people have these ideas about what it's about, or that it may touch them in a different way, but I think people should take away that it's all about love and respecting people for their differences and accepting people for their differences, and that, you know, love, no matter what it is, it's love. And that I hope they take that away from it, if nothing else.
I hope the audience at least takes away that AIDS is something really serious, and, you know, there's so many things in the world that you could get distracted from, but never forget the people around you. They're not gonna forever, and you have to treasure every moment of every day.
Love and don't ever hold back. A lot of the no day but today is just to live like every moment's your last, and love like every moment's your last, it's your last. And that's kind of the fact that Jonathan Larson died right before it really kind of helps that message ring, because it's living proof that every day could be your last, so you have to live like it. And I really hope the audience takes home that new feeling that love is omnipotent, love conquers all, and that you should live your life like it's your last day. That's it.